Hello, welcome to my site once again, and today we're going to talk about perfect thinking and how it affects the universe. The eternity of the universe means over and over and over, because everything, every form in the universe is in motion. It must pulse, it must eat and breathe and have a heartbeat in order to sustain its form in the elements of matter, in the idea God has for our lives. Now, to help you understand this, oh, by the way, before I forget it, if you want to read more about what I've put on video, I do some text writing about every post 5 days a week, and you can find me at godscientist.com. That's my blog site, and welcome. I have a lot to offer you. Now, to get down to business, I want to show you the perfection of thinking. What does perfection really mean? Well, we'll go back to our familiar sun. If you'll remember in yesterday's post, the the sun is perfectly mated with its color spectrum. The color spectrums of red is perfectly mated with the blue. The female blue, the female green is perfectly mated with the male orange. You cannot divorce them from being perfect male and female mates. This is because of the perfection of God's thinking. Now, I put a little equation here. Perfect thinking equals perfect soul pattern. You see, the soul pattern records what you have done and gives it back to you. It's not just an action with a reaction. The reaction is being recorded at the time of the action. No matter, and this can happen just from thinking. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to take action. Action does a lot more damage or a lot more good to the soul pattern, yet just thinking about doing something will pattern it into your soul, because what your soul pattern is developing is a creature. When you reincarnate, you don't just reincarnate into a new life, you reincarnate into a new creature that thinks in the pattern that you developed for it in this life here. Your next life is being developed for you through your thinking now. So if you want something different, you're going to have to change your thinking. Now, because God's thinking is perfect with the sun and perfectly mating everything in the sun, then the soul pattern of the sun is perfect. That means that when the sun begins to develop great holes in it, and it has given up and going back to the universe, I think they call those novas, where the sun becomes a big ring. It has such a hole in it, it becomes a big ring and disappears back into the very space that it came from. That's exactly what we do. Our bodies disappear into the very earth they came out of. Our bodies are tools. They're not us. We are eternal because we continue to add our soul pattern into the earth's soul pattern, and the earth's soul pattern goes into the sun's soul pattern, so on and so forth. So over a period of billions of years, the sun will disappear into darkness. The solar system is gone. It's like it goes back to sleep. And once again, the desire to return comes back. So you have this little equation that I talk about here. The perfect thinking equals perfect soul patterning equals perfect reincarnation of the sun equals eternal life of the solar system. So if the solar system is eternally returning all the time, so are you and I. We may have totally different bodies. You have totally different bodies every day. You just can't recognize the slight change. Yet when you become angry and so forth, you change your body. When you become happy or ecstatic about something, you change your body. And that changed body, that change is recorded into your soul pattern. That's why it's so vitally important to know God's laws and follow God's laws. You will be happier than ever before. Thank you so much. That's today's video. And like I say, if you want to do some more reading about what I'm putting into my videos, the subjects and so forth, visit me at God'sScientist.com. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. See you again next week. Bye-bye.